Hello, my friends. Welcome to Thinking Differently with Kathy Rhodes. I'm Kathy, and I'm so glad you joined me. If this is your first time, thank you. Thank you for checking us out. If this is not your first time viewing any of these podcast episodes or listening, welcome back. I'm so glad that you do. Come back for more. Today, fun topic. We're going to talk about your health journey. We're all on a health journey. I'm on a health journey. You know, even though I provide these wellness pop-ups, even though I just love to research and dig in and understand our body and how it works and our brain, and I am on a health journey. A few weeks ago, I decided to work with and commit to a functional medicine doctor. She said something so interesting. She said, you know, when you're working with a regular doctor and they look at your numbers, like they're looking at your lab work, they're looking for disease. I'm looking for health. Wow, there's a good idea. So that when she looks at certain numbers, my lab work, she may say this is an issue, whereas a different type of doctor would never even think it was an issue because it's not close enough to disease. So I love that because that's my whole goal. That's why I decided to commit to working with this functional medicine doctor because I want to be healthy. I want to stay healthy. I don't want to be a burden on society. This is one of my goals. I want to feel strong. I want to have good posture. As I continue to grow older, I want to be active. So Dr. Jackie is my doctor's name, and what we're doing is we are doing extensive lab work. Yeah, things that I didn't even know could be measured are being measured through my blood work. We're also doing extensive supplements. I got to say, I'm not a supplement person. I'm not one who really cares to take vitamins. But what I'm learning is there are certain very important vitamins that we just don't get from our food or our environment. Like magnesium. Magnesium is one of it. We don't get it from the foods we eat because we have poor soil. It's not in the soil anymore. Vitamin D is another one. I live in North America. I don't get enough sunlight, you know, on that yearly basis to give me the vitamin D that I need. So supplements are necessary. And there's others, when we took my blood work, there's others that I'm low in. And right now we need to get my body up to the right levels and to find the balance. So another piece of this relationship is to detox my body. Detoxing means taking away certain foods, adding vegetables and good fat, but slowly trying to figure out, you know, what affects my body. So we're going to take away foods like sugar. Sugar was the first week, and that'll continue. And then we're going to slowly add in foods just to pay attention to how's my body reacting. What do my numbers do with certain foods? This is how you figure out if you have a sensitivity. Now, with every meal, I need to add 2 servings of cooked vegetables. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. 2 servings of cooked vegetables, and I need to add good fat. I'll talk a little bit later about good fat. So really, there's a lot of looking at my eating habits. There's a lot of recipes that are being shared so that I can really change my mindset about the foods that I'm choosing. You know, I know that when my weight goes up, the size of my brain goes down. I know this. I've learned it. Dr. Daniel Amen has said it. This is just all over that when your weight goes up, the size of your brain goes down. My weight's been going up. I've been eating what I always eat. My weight goes up. I don't like that. I don't like that. If I've been eating what I always eat, there's something changing in my body that I need to figure out. I don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want a smaller brain. I want to be healthier, and I need to start with my habits, and I need to change them. As we age, as our metabolism decreases, we need to change things. We can't go on that same journey we have since we were, you know, so young. So this is a health journey. It's not a temporary detox. It's not a temporary diet. It's truly a mindset shift. I have to see food differently. I already see some foods differently. I see processed foods as chemicals. I see soda as chemicals. I mean, there's no food in it. Alcohol, tobacco, I see that as toxins. I really, really need to see sugar as the chemical it is, because that's my vice. Not all sugar, but I love my ice cream. I love cookies. I love pie. I don't really like cake. I'm fine without cake. I'm good without that. I love to bake. I love sweetbreads, banana bread, cranberry orange bread, carrot bread. Yeah. I need to see it differently. Sugar is more addictive than heroin. And I know this because I've experienced it. I mean, a day when I have a little bit of sugar, well, suddenly I have a lot of bit of sugar. Suddenly everything has sugar in it. So here's what I'm learning. Here's what I'm learning so far in my health journey. I can do without sugar. I can. The first week, that was the assignment. Remove all sugar. Not only the sugar you're adding to foods, but also things like honey, maple syrup, even stevia, even the sugar alternatives. They're like, get rid of it all. We don't want your brain to connect with that sweetness. So one thing that I'm learning there are many foods that have an amazing taste of sugar or taste of sweetness to it. Sweet potatoes, now granted, it's in the name, right? But I'm tasting more sweetness than I've ever tasted before. Even, berries and different fruits, bananas, there's so much sweetness that we don't need all the extra sugar. I know I don't. I don't need all the extra sugar. Okay, so here's what else I'm learning. I'm learning that I can have my morning hot drink. I don't drink coffee. I drink cacao. It's 100% cacao. I don't need to add the syrup. I can just add unsweetened almond milk, and that does it. That does it. I can drink it and enjoy it. I can make herbal tea without honey and love it. I can make homemade whipped cream without powdered sugar. It's just heavy whipping cream and vanilla. And it's wonderful. Put that over berries. Perfect dessert. Totally delicious. I have learned to love dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate. And I've learned, instead of ice cream, I make this amazing frozen yogurt dessert. Just a frozen dessert. It's frozen, it's yogurt, okay, Greek yogurt. And then I add in homemade peanut butter. All that is grind up peanuts. And then I'll put a little dark chocolate on top and maybe a little more peanut butter and freeze it kind of in little rounds. You could put a stick in it, but yeah, I don't. So I just freeze it in little rounds, and it's a fabulous little treat. Fabulous. It's like curbing my need for ice cream. Not bad, right? Not bad. Okay, so I'm in my third week of this detox and this kind of eating mindset change. I'm doing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning that I can be full after a meal, a good, properly created meal with the vegetables and the good fat. I can be full and not need any more. Now, last week, I was traveling on Thursday. It was a full day. I was up at 4 o'clock and I did not get home till 9:30. I had 5 hours of driving, 6 hours of training and coaching. I mean, it was a full day. I was tired, definitely tired. Had a great night's sleep. But the next day, it was really interesting because I've been doing really good with this new eating system. But suddenly last Friday, I was craving my dark chocolate after my lunch. I haven't been craving that since I started the program. I was also wanting a snack. Actually the program says 3 meals a day. That's it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. No snacking, no food after dinner. Let's fast until breakfast in the morning. I was doing really good. I am doing really good, except for last Friday. And then it hit me. I was tired. I was really tired. I needed a nap. I took a nap. I took a 30-minute nap. But that's why my brain and my body was giving up on those decisions that I had made earlier. In previous podcasts, in wellness pop-ups, I talk about sleep. I talk about our health. It's not just the food we eat. It is the movement we get. It's the exercise. It's the stretching. It's the sleep. Sleep matters. And when our body and our brains, when our brain is tired, we give in. You know, this is why we tend to have some snacks at like 11 at night, because we're tired and we want to eat junk food. Well, go to bed. You don't need to be up at that hour. Go to bed. Your body and your brain are becoming weak, and it's really hard to resist that. So, what's my next challenge in my health journey? All right, I'm working with Dr. Jackie. We're figuring out how to change my mindset with food. What are my next challenges? Well, I love to bake. So one of my challenges is I need to figure out how to recreate my favorite recipes. I love to make sweet breads like banana bread, cranberry, orange bread, carrot bread. Does it mean I can no longer make those? I can no longer eat those? Well, maybe I can figure out a way to make the recipe different. Different sweetener options, maybe less sweetener to bring out the true sweetness of the bananas or the cranberry or the carrot, right? Maybe different flour, like almond flour or some different options. Even ice cream, you know, there's different options there, like my frozen yogurt bars, even cookies. How can I find new recipes to enjoy? Because the food that I've been eating, it's really tasting good. So what do you need to do? What do you need to think differently about regarding your health, regarding your health journey? In a previous wellness pop-up, it was called Thinking Differently, the Art of Thinking Differently. I shared the ThinkDiff Model. So if you're watching this video right now, you'll see it over my left shoulder. Three sections: push, be, do. How do you see your health this summer? How are you going to lead yourself? Most importantly, who do you want to be going forward related to your health? Use the ThinkDiff model to truly think about, to push, ponder some options, and humble yourself and unemotionalize and slow down and just spin there for a little bit. Push yourself. Who do you want to be in your health journey? I want to be healthy. I want to have good posture. I want to have strong muscles that can support me. I want to be strong. Okay, well, then that means there's things that I probably have to do differently because our bodies change when we get older. One of the numbers or the alerts that we are finding in my lab work is that I have inflammation in my body. Somewhere, somehow, we're trying to figure out what is that. Is that a food that is triggering it? Is there a sensitivity? You know, what is it? So my health challenge for you this week is to embrace a low inflammatory diet. So to combat any kind of inflammation in our body, we have to focus on incorporating a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats. So I mentioned healthy fats earlier. What are they? Well, first of all, please don't confuse the word fat in the food with fat on your body. Same spelling, but two different definitions. Okay? The fat in food is pure to the food. For example, full fat yogurt, full fat butter has truly all kinds of food ingredients. Anything low fat is chemically created, or all the fat stripped out, so that means all the nutrients are stripped out. That's not good for us. Don't go for anything low fat. Even low fat milk, like skim milk, don't do anything low fat. Go for the full fat. Those are healthy fats. So prioritize foods that are rich in antioxidants, omega-3, limit all the processed stuff. Limit any processed food, any sugary drinks, any unhealthy fats like margarine, not good. There's nothing good in it. So here's some food ideas. Olive oil, really good. Oily fish. Different nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, even flaxseed, chia seed. Here's a quick recipe for you. Take a little cup and fill it maybe 3/4 full of almond milk. Add a tablespoon or two of chia seeds and just let it sit. Those chia seeds will expand. They grow and it creates this pudding. Then you can add some fresh berries. You've got your morning breakfast pudding with a lot of great nutrients right there with those chia seeds. Okay, what else? Colorful vegetables, and that's the key. Is go for the color, right? Your leafy greens like kale and spinach, your carrots, bell peppers, beans, tomatoes. You see the array of color right there in those examples, right? And then there's berries. So blueberries, which are brain berries, so good for your brain. Strawberries, but make sure those two are organic. Organic blueberries, organic strawberries. And the reason is because if they were not organic, that means pesticides have been sprayed to make them bigger, to keep away the bugs. Well, those pesticides are on your berries. You're ingesting that when you eat the berries. Now, granted, we can clean the berries, just vinegar, right? That's a great way to clean it, but doesn't fully clean the berry. It's almost like the berry has it on the inside as well. So go for organic with your blueberries and strawberries. Other fruits, well, citrus, really good for us. Did you know that avocados are considered a berry? Because they have a seed in the middle, right? My favorite avocado hack, I buy them in bulk. 6, 7, 8 at a time, and they all get ripe at the same time. So when they're at that perfect ripeness, put them in the fridge. They will stay at that perfect ripeness for weeks. It's wonderful. I always have avocados on hand. Spices. Oh, spices is another thing that will affect that inflammation. So garlic, good one. Ginger, and many different herbs. Just cook with spice. I'm not good at cooking with spice. That's something I got to work on for sure. And then, of course, there is your coffee. That is good to reduce inflammation. Green tea and dark chocolate. I love that dark chocolate will help reduce inflammation. Even though I'm not eating anything sweet right now, for my future, dark chocolate is on that list. So please take on this health challenge this week. Add some inflammation-free or add some foods to your diet that will reduce the inflammation. That's a better way to say it. My friends, I want us all to be healthy. I want us all to make better choices, just to be aware of what's really out there and what's really happening in our world and what we have the power to control. So I hope that you take on this challenge this week. I can't wait to hear what is happening in your body. You might not be taking your lab work to watch the numbers change, but I probably can guess you're going to feel something different. So please share. If you're taking any of these challenges, please share with me. I'd love to hear the stories of all the success. Be great today, my friends. We'll see you next week. I hope this topic has challenged you to think differently as you strive to grow from success to world class. Please follow this podcast, share it with your friends, and follow me and Unity Consulting on all social platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and our website, unityconsultingllc.com. I look forward to connecting with you next time to challenge your habits so that you are more efficient and fully empowered.